Hey guys. Oh my gosh, we're live on Facebook again. And today, what I want to do is give you about 5 tips for not pigging out when you go on trips. So many of us travel, especially this time of year. And it's so easy to do good during the week, maybe a short week, maybe 4 days, Monday through Thursday. You're spot on with your eating. And then the weekend comes and it all goes to hell. Have you been there? All right, so last weekend was Mother's Day, and we went to Madras for a bunch of stuff. We watched Ira Cut, we went to a ranch rodeo, all kinds of traveling. And on Friday before we left, I took my mom and my grandma out to Mother's Day for lunch. So I thought I'd hop on really quick and give you my best tips for staying on track and kind of walk you through my plan of how I actually succeeded this time. It doesn't always work that way, but you can always keep going and trying. So how I stick to my plan. The first thing is just that commitment. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a commitment and a decision to stick with it. And that has to be done ahead of time. So you have to have things planned out. And that's exactly what I did. I've been doing this 21-day ultimate reset. It's the ultimate reset. It's a 21-day program. It's all whole foods, clean eating. So yes, it's challenging to eat out, but it's not impossible. And I knew that. So planning ahead is vital, and just making that decision, just going, I'm committing to this. What does commitment mean to you? Almost like you're getting married to it, I would say, that deep. Just make the commitment, make the decision. Boom, easy. I said that like 50 times. So there you go. The second thing is to gut check your commitment and your decision. Just go, okay, sit down and go, do I really mean that? You know how people are so good intended, like they're like, yeah, I'm in, I'm gonna do it all the way. I see this all the time, especially in my challenge groups. People are like, oh, I'm so excited, I spent the money, I got the program, yay, I can do this. And then you have challenges and struggles that come along, like you're sore, or you have to go on a trip and you have to eat out, and then you're tested. Your commitment is tested. And if you don't do this little gut check thing before you go on the trip, to go, wow, am I gonna really stick with this, or am I just saying I'm going to? You have to be honest with yourself. Little gut check for the intention and the commitment. Yeah? The third thing is to plan for it. So before we went this weekend, I just took a quick second, probably 10 minutes, to grab on the Ultimate Reset. They give us supplements that we're supposed to take. So I baggied all those up into individual days, so it would be quick. I wouldn't have to think like get the pills out or the powders out. I would already know each day which ones I have. Of course, most of you, if you follow me, know I drink Shakeology. I took my Shakeology with me, because that helps me combat if I get cravings. Just smelling things. Like if Dusty goes to get a coffee, the smell, I'm not drinking coffee for these 3 weeks. The smell, it's enough to just like rip his throat out. Not really, but so you have to prepare and plan ahead for how you're going to handle those things. And then just really quickly, I ran through the days, like when we ate out, where we were going to eat out, and what I would be ordering roughly. I mean, I still wanted to look at the menu, but I would have a vague idea that it would be salads and just sticking to whole foods as much as I could at the restaurants, and then planning for my time. So not letting the day get away from me, having enough mind to go, okay, it's time to eat. I don't want to get too hungry and fall off my plan. I'm going to sit down and eat. It is really important to do that. If you go too long without eating and you let yourself get too hungry, you won't be able to control yourself. It's too hard. Just set yourself up for success. That's not a tip. I'm throwing that one in there. Okay, then my fourth thing that I have here is, I'm such a retard. 100% is not realistic. So like I said, this meal plan that I'm on for these 21 days is very, very, very strict. And I understand the concepts of it. So having said that, it's not practical for me for the 3 days that we were traveling to make those foods or try to go to a restaurant where they had them. But the concepts, I'm mainly eating fresh vegetables and fruit. So making the choices to go to those places where they are and sticking to that 90 to 95%. So if you're going to eat out, you give yourself a little wiggle room, You know, if you think, okay, I'm not perfect, that's fine. And what happens when you think, okay, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to do this 100%. You'll fail, man. No one can be 100%. Just things happen. But if you're like, I'm going to be A plus student, you can do that. You can get a 90 to a 95%. You can do that. It's doable. 100%, very rarely is it doable. Certain times of the day it is, but not all the time. Oh my gosh, I have to give a shout out to my little brother. Are you really listening to me blab right now? That'd be funny if you were. How's it going, buddy? Oh, so funny. Okay. And then my fifth thing is just to like have a good attitude about it. If you're going along and you're like, this sucks so bad, I hate it, I hate that I'm doing this, that negative attitude is just going to get you down. And at some point, you're going to sabotage yourself just because of that self-talk. So you got to get a hold of yourself and make it a game to be good. Hey, Molly, what's up, lady? Okay, good. I'm not sure what you're needing, but I hope I'm helping. I like video. I like this live thing. I'm going to try, like, noon is a good time for me to do these. So I'm going to try to, you know, hop on a couple times a week and just try to give you some tips, and I'll get better and not be so... I know, right? Molly says she likes to pig out on trips. I know. Yeah, that's why. So, okay, I got off topic. Don't get off topic. Stay on topic. Have the right attitude. So what I did this last weekend was I just decided to put a smile on my face and go, what can I focus on that's awesome besides food? And there just is so much that you can just shift your mindset to. And the other thing that I did is just make it a game. You know, I like games. I'm competitive. Let's win this. Focus on the feeling when I get home on Sunday, and I'm not going to be all hungover from the food, right? Like, I'm going to feel good and be ready to hit Monday running. I don't have to go through all of that feeling crappy and beating myself up for it. So those are my tips. Okay, am I still here? I hope so. It came on and said I had a poor signal, but it must be good. Great God. Okay, I just wanted to run you through an actual real life example of what my weekend was. All right, so Friday, took my mom and my grandma out to Mother's Day. I had this awesome salad at Tall Town. It's open again here in Lakeview. Oh my gosh, that place is so good. Their food is fresh, tons of veggies on the plate. You know, it was lettuce with carrots and cucumbers and tomatoes. And I told them to hold the cheese. That's the other thing you can do, is just be smart about what you put on there. I had them bring oil and vinegar on the side, and then I just did a small cup of chili. So not really Ultimate Reset approved. That's where I went down a little bit of a percentage point in there, but it still had beans. You guys, beans are so good for you if you're trying to cut down on maybe as much meat, dare I say, but you still need the substance. Beans are awesome. Okay, so then the next day when we went on our trip, I ate breakfast at home, and then we made it to Lapine about lunchtime. And guess where I went? I went to McDonald's. I'm telling you what, McDonald's is doing an A+ job on making some healthy choices available for people. Don't be afraid to go there, I say. I mean, I got the Southwest salad, again, because it had this little thing on the side. It was corn and beans all mixed in, so kind of like a Southwest mixture. Lettuce, tomatoes. The cheese was kind of over on the side, so I just scooped it over, and then it had these crunchy like Frito chip things. I put them over to the side. I might have had like 2 of them. And then I got a parfait, and they're made with real fruit in them. So it was yogurt, and it did have some sugar in it, I'm sure, but it says right on the menu that it was only 100 calories. So score. I had an awesome lunch. I got an iced tea, I think, or maybe I got a bottled water. I was happy with that, you know. On up the road we went to Ira's Cutting, had a great time there. Had a little bit of time between the cutting and Dusty's Ranch Rodeo. So it was just me and him and Rebecca, I guess. The boys went with Dick and Pig. We went to a Mexican restaurant because he needed to eat. And that's another thing that I get is how do people eat together? And that's a whole nother topic. But he needed to eat a lot of food and I needed to stay on track with my eating. I think Mexican restaurants are a really good place to go. If you're smart about the menu, you can pick good things on there. I had this kind of a mixture. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was called, but it had shrimp and a whole bunch of grilled up vegetables, lots of onions and peppers and tomatoes in a very a nice sauce, but it wasn't a creamy sauce. So you want to stay away from creamy things. It was and it wasn't spicy either. It was kind of a salsa tomato sauce of some kind that was really light. And I just picked what I wanted. It did come with rice. I had a little bit of rice, watched my portion control, and felt good. Drank water and left feeling good. I did have some of the chips and the bean dip. Like I said, that's good for you. Just watch your portions. Then, so that was late. You know, that was like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then we made it to the Ranch Rodeo. Now, this is where I usually struggle. You know what I want to do if I have to go be a fan at a Ranch Rodeo? Drink the Coors Light. Oh, yeah, that's my thing. But I didn't. I took a bottle of water with me. I got some seltzer water, some sparkling water that was good, and just packed it with me. So whenever I had this urge to get a beer or a pop, I just drank my seltzer water, and I felt so much better for it. And then I just enjoyed myself, smiled, laughed, had fun, watched all the other drunk people. And then that night, okay, after the Ranch Rodeo got over, the team wanted to go out and eat, which I suspected. And has this ever been an issue for you where you want to go eat with people, but you're not going to pig out on the burgers and fries? That is what I just went through my list here of my tips that I gave you. I wanted to make sure I stayed on track, but I still wanted to go hang out with the guys and have fun. So I split a chef salad with Dusty. It was easy, you know. I just told he wasn't very hungry either, so we just told her, and then got a plate and put stuff on it, but hardly ate any of it. Just drank water because I wasn't hungry. So that's kind of the last thing that I'll share is the next morning. We stayed the night in Madras. The next morning I went to a restaurant for Mother's Day. You know, he wanted to take me out for Mother's Day breakfast. So we go to Sherry's in Madras. It is packed. And there's waffles and French toast and coffee just all over. You know, that's what everybody's eating. Omelets. So yummy, yummy, yummy. And the smells of food. The aromas of food are so incredible. I sat down. I got some hot tea, and I ordered a fruit bowl. And the smooth, I'm so impressed with the restaurants and how they're offering healthy options. So I got the fruit and a smoothie, and I was full when we left, but a good full, like not a bog me down heavy, I'm gonna have to go have a nap at 10 o'clock in the morning kind of full. A good full that let me hit Walmart running, man. I felt good when I was in Walmart, you know, shopping away. I didn't go into a food coma. So that was, I survived. And it was just from those tips that I gave you. Making the commitment and the decision, that's probably that weighted the heaviest. Gut checking that to make sure it wasn't just a good intention, but I was actually doing it. Planning ahead. Going 95% instead of 100. And then just making a decision to enjoy myself and have a positive attitude. So that's what I got for you. Okay, my next thing is to be briefer with my little tutorials here. I doubt very many people have 15 minutes to sit here and listen to me tell you what I ate for the weekend. But I do hope that you find this at least somewhat helpful in your own journeys. And I would love feedback. You know, if you're watching this later, not live, and you have something to post, just let me know. I would love to hear. And then, yeah, throw some topic ideas at me. I just want to let you know that I'm just a regular, real-life person. I'm extremely passionate about my health and fitness because I believe that if you are not healthy, then the rest of your life is not going to be as good as it could be, for sure. And then I just do what I can to make it real for you. I'm not perfect, but I work at it all the time because it's fun. So have a good day. Bye.